Hi guys, so I'm gonna start making our Thanksgiving dinner. I'm doing it a little bit ahead of time. I'm gonna start working on my sides so that way when it comes Thanksgiving Day, I just have to work on our meat and I don't have to worry about rushing and having everything done. I can just reheat. So today I'm working on my cranberry sauce. I do homemade cranberry sauce and canned because the boys like both. I am working on sweet potatoes because I think they taste better sitting in the fridge and having all the nice sugars marinating in it. And I'm probably going to work on mashed potatoes, but I'm not sure because I do like mashed potatoes fresh. But for sure I'm doing my sweet potatoes and my cranberry sauce. Then I'll show you again what I do for our chicken and our other things. The inspiration for this video is my sister. She had asked how I do our sweet potatoes, so today I'm going to do a video and I'm going to show her and everybody else how I do them. I am not professional, so please do not take what I'm doing to heart. This is just the way I do it, the way it works for me, and I'm going to start them now. Let's go. So I am getting ready for Thanksgiving and I have 32 ounces of cranberries that I am cooking. I use 2 cups of orange juice. Fresh orange juice, I just squeezed them. I used a zest of 1 orange and then I used a cup of sugar. So we're gonna let these boil until they rupture and then we're gonna start smashing them. It smells so good. Look how pretty these are. We also got some water boiling right here so I can make some sweet potatoes. It's not gonna squirt in your eye. Nathan is helping.
Glasses.
It's okay, you're not gonna get it in your eye. We already have some starting to burst. Can you see that little one right there? The boys wanted to try it with cinnamon, so we put 1 cinnamon stick just to try. Normally I don't do that, but it smells good. You can already start seeing some popping right here. They look like little grapes. We're gonna continue to let that boil. And I'm gonna start working on the sweet potatoes. I have 8 sweet potatoes here. I am going to start peeling them. Don't mind my finger. I zest myself today while I was trying to work on the cranberries.
And it's a big cut.
It's a big cut. This is how our cranberries are coming out. It's okay, it's just some steam. It smells amazing in here. I'm actually gonna stir these a little bit.
The yellow stuff.
That's the oranges.
Oh, the oranges?
Yep.
I didn't know bubble that up. That one's up.
Yep.
Can you do it?
Hold on, bud. I'm just gonna stir these. They're already getting soft. Can you see that they are already bursting? Looking perfect and it smells amazing.
I think I had the hiccups.
Oh no. And yes, our kitchen looks a little different because we are in our home.
Yeah, we bought a new house.
Yes, we have our own home. So we are cooking Thanksgiving dinner for the first time in our home. So steamy. Get a nice facial. Okay, I'm gonna cover these back up. Let them simmer. I got them on a low heat. Nope, bud, you're gonna get burned.
It's hard to grab. It will be hard to
And
grab it.
let's start peeling these sweet potatoes. Okay. Gonna peel these.
Can I try?
I don't want you to peel your skin off like the way I did. Okay, I'm sure you guys noticed that I have a napkin on here. I just like that because it makes it easier for cleanup. I just roll it all up. Oh, Roxy's here. Her birthday's coming up soon also.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave some sweet potatoes that are with no sugar for the dogs. That way it'd be her birthday treat. I got my sweet potatoes all peeled. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stab it a couple of times. You can see I got some right here. I'm gonna flip it, do it again. Then I'm gonna wrap it in a wet paper towel and I'm going to stick it in the microwave for 5 minutes to kind of like if I'm making baked potatoes in the microwave. They're not gonna cook through. I'm just gonna make it softer so I can cut them without breaking my wrist. So I'm gonna do that now. Now I'm gonna stab it, be very careful because they are very hard and you don't want to be like me and get distracted and zest your finger. No one needs stab wounds for Thanksgiving, that's for sure. Okay, so I got them pretty good. I'll give them another one over here. Now I'm just gonna wrap this with a wet paper towel. Wrap it up, and then I'm going to stick them in the microwave for 5 minutes. Again, I am not a professional, so please don't come at me for my cooking. This is just what works best for me, and it's easier for me to do when it comes to cooking sweet potatoes. So don't come at me for my cooking. Our cranberries are ready to smash. Can you see how they're bursted? Hold on, Nathan, please watch your arms. You're gonna burn yourself. Okay. See, they're busted open. This was 32 ounces of fresh cranberries. So
That looks good.
It smells good too. So we're gonna go ahead and start mashing them. I like ours a little bit chunky, so we're gonna use our meat masher and just kind of mush them down. Go ahead, you could try. Be very careful. Careful not to burn yourself, don't splash. Okay, Joshua took over the mashing. It's looking good. And it will thicken once it cools. If you want it a little bit thicker, you can add a little bit less liquid. Okay, some of the sweet potatoes are out, so I'm gonna show you how easy they are to cut when they're hot. Okay, ready? I'm trying to do this with one hand. So much easier than if you're just trying to cut a raw sweet potato. So I'm gonna cut these into chunks so that I can boil them in the water. I still have these to put in the microwave, so I'm get going on that.
That was really easy to cut.
All right, our cranberries are mashed. We tasted it, added just a little bit more sugar because it was just a little too tart for our liking. But you guys can add less or more sugar, more orange juice, less orange juice, depending on what you like. The orange zest is what gives it the best orange flavor, so I definitely recommend using that. But our sauce is done, and it's Nathan approved. Right? Thumbs up? Okay, our cranberries have cooled, so I'm going to show you how it thickens. That's how the cranberry thickens. We already tasted it, and it's to our liking. So I'm going to put this in the fridge. There's my 8 sweet potatoes diced and cooking. I'm going to leave that on the stove. Probably going to raise the heat a little bit just to get them boiling. So that's going. This here is 5 pounds of yellow potatoes. I like the yellow ones because then I feel like I don't have to take the skins off and peel them. I just slice them up, throw them in some boiling water, and mash them like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash these, dice them, and then wash them. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I'm just putting them in a bowl next to me so that way I can rinse them off. Sweet potatoes are almost done. I got the potatoes in here. I have a little bit of salt. I like to use this salt that I got from Aldi. It has thyme and rosemary in there. These are my favorite. I love all of these with the grinders on top. Don't mind my pans. Like I said, we just moved in and I cannot find my pans for the life of me. So this is what I'm using because that's what I got on hand. Again, don't judge, thanks. My sweet potatoes, nice and steamy. Okay, so these are completely cooked through. I have them sitting in the strainer. Okay, in my hot pan, I have 2 tablespoons of butter. I have 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I have half a cup of brown sugar, and I'm just mixing this, making sure my butter melts. I put the stove on a little bit, like on low, just so that my butter melts. Just make sure you don't burn your sugar. I'm gonna keep stirring this. Once this butter melts, I'm gonna shut off my heat and throw my sweet potatoes in here and start mashing. Okay, my sweet potatoes are in. I've just been mixing all that sugar goodness into them. Once I'm done mixing them, I'm gonna take my meat masher. It's literally one of my favorite tools in this kitchen, and I'm just gonna mush them up. Okay, just gonna mush them together. This is one tool that I love to use, and it's probably the one I use the most. I'm gonna keep doing this, and then we're gonna taste them and see if it needs any more sugar or any more vanilla. This is how my potatoes looked after I mashed them. I did end up adding half a cup of brown sugar, a little bit more brown sugar, because they just weren't to our liking. So in total, I did a cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Again, that's gonna depend on how many sweet potatoes you have, how big the sweet potatoes are. So I say put a little bit, and then you can always add more sugar, more vanilla, depending on how you like your sweet potatoes, whether you like them more sweet or less. This right now is perfect for us, so I'm gonna let that cool. Put that in the fridge, and my potatoes are looking really good, so I'm gonna start working on the potatoes. My potatoes are drained. I put about a tablespoon of butter. I'm going to season it with some chicken seasoning, Italian seasoning, ground black pepper, and my favorite salt. This one has thyme and rosemary in it. And then of course I'm just gonna pour in a splash of milk. That I don't measure. Again, I normally don't measure, I just kind of season with my heart. But I'm going to just put a splash, see if it needs any more, and just go with it. So if I need more milk, I'll add more milk. Again, using my favorite utensil. And for those wondering, yes, I washed it. I've been washing in between my cooking. All my dishes are clean, my sink's clean, and I dried my dishes and put them away. That way it's easier for me in the morning. This is how my potatoes looked after I mashed them with the meat masher. They were tasted and kid approved. I can't remember if I showed you guys the sweet potatoes, so these are the sweet potatoes. They're cooled. I'm gonna go ahead and stick them in the fridge. There's the potatoes all packed up. I am going to work on our favorite stuffing. Don't come at me, please. I do not do homemade stuffing. This is our family's favorite. I like semi-homemade cooking, so this is what I do. I'm just going to follow the instructions, and I'm making 3 boxes of them. I don't even think I need to record this for my sister because she knows how to do this. This is her favorite stuffing. But I'll go ahead and show you anyways. So I'm gonna open up the boxes and start. Okay, so I have 4.5 cups of water, and I didn't add more butter. It calls for 4 tablespoons, and I did 4 tablespoons, even though I'm doing 3 boxes, because I just don't want to add too much butter to this. Normally I don't. I just do, like if I was making 1 box, even though I'm adding multiple boxes. I did though add more water. So 4.5 cups of water, 4 tablespoons of butter, and let that boil. And then once that's boiled, I'm gonna just toss this in, put a lid on it, and shut the fire off, let it cook. Okay, my water is boiling, my butter is melted. I'm just gonna jump these in. I got 3 bags. It's 1, 2, oh, this one didn't cut one all the way. 3. Now I'm going to just mix this in. And shut the heat off. And then I'm just gonna put a lid on this, let it rehydrate, and stuffing will be done. Oh God, it smells so good. For Thanksgiving, I am doing chickens instead of turkey. Our family doesn't really care for turkey, so we're gonna do chickens. I'm gonna be using lemon. I will be seasoning it the way I would do my roasted chicken. So I'm gonna do roasted garlic and herb, and then I'm gonna sprinkle some black pepper, and then I'm gonna squeeze some fresh lemon juice on top, and then shove lemons inside of the chicken. So I'm gonna just kind of get it seasoned up and then put in our pans and then in the fridge. So then tomorrow I can just kind of let them sit room temperature and then put them in the oven to make it a little bit quicker and easier for myself. My chickens are cleaned. I pat them dry. I thought I was gonna put some butter on them, but then I decided I am actually gonna try this out. I like the one that has basil. My mother gave me this one to try. This is the rosemary one. These are found at Aldi. So I'm going to put this on top of them. Then I'm going to sprinkle my favorite seasoning. And then I like black pepper, so I'm gonna put black pepper on them. And I'm gonna try this salt on it because we like to put lemon on our chicken. I'll put that, and then I'm gonna put some fresh garlic in the cavity along with some fresh lemon. Okay, my son Josh is gonna help me, so I'm going to put a little bit of this rosemary oil on, and he's gonna rub the chicken down with it front and back. Go ahead, Josh. Get it all over. It's gonna help our seasoning stick. We need to flip the chicken over and get the back side too. Right now that's the front. We're also gonna season in the inside of the cavity also. I don't have a roasting pan here with me, so this is the pan we're gonna use today. Normally I would have put this on a roasting pan, but yeah, like I said, we moved and I have no idea where my roasting pan is. It actually might still be in storage. Okay, make sure you get the back side. So flip them over. Flip them. Flip it like it's hot. There we go. You need some more oil? Okay, now flip the other one over. There we go. We're gonna oil him up like he's on vacation. Okay, Josh oiled the chicken front and back. Now I'm going to sprinkle our favorite garlic seasoning over the chicken, and he's going to make sure he rubs it in really good. Sorry if I'm shaking the phone. I'm trying to make sure I get enough seasoning for him. We are going to sprinkle some of this. This I might need two hands, so I might have to let you guys go for 1 second. We're gonna do this. This is a grinder. I found this one at Aldi also. And then we're going to put a little bit of black pepper, and we are going to squeeze our lemons in there. I have a bunch of lemons cut up, so we're gonna do that. Now we're gonna season the front in the same way that we season the back. He's gonna season under the skin so that way the meat is also seasoned. He's doing a good job for this being his first chicken that he's making. You gotta pull the skin up more and get up here. There you go.
It's ripping a little bit.
It's okay. We're gonna eat it anyways. Good job. He's now putting lemons inside of the chicken. Okay, let's get some fresh garlic. I mashed up some fresh garlic. Now he's gonna put it in the cavities. Make sure you get them in the front too. All right, good job. While Josh is working on the second chicken, I'm going to just clean up our mess. I already cleaned the sink, I cleaned the dishes, so this is the last that we gotta do, and then I just gotta clean up what we have here. Okay, Joshua did a great job. He seasoned inside of the chicken skin. We got all of the lemons inside. We tucked in our wings. Now I'm just gonna put foil on top of this. I'm gonna stick it in the fridge, and then in the morning I'm gonna take it out, put it on top of the stove, let it get to room temperature, and then we're going to cook them. Our chickens are ready for the fridge. There's our 3 boxes of stuffing cooled, and I'm going to put it away, and then tomorrow I'll just reheat everything and set it out. Okay, I cleaned my stove, cleaned the sink, washed the dishes. I got 1 pan soaking. I have everything out that I'm doing tomorrow, so I'm just gonna do the macaroni and cheese. Again, I'm not doing homemade. I like semi-homemade cooking, and I am tired, so I'm gonna do boxed mac and cheese. We normally get packets of gravy, but they didn't have any, so they substituted with can, which it's fine. We're just gonna go with the flow. And then I have 1 can of jellied cranberry sauce. Even though I made the homemade one, the boys do like having both, so I have both ready to go. Okay, so it is 2 a.m. I am finally done cooking all of my sides. It would have been a lot faster if I knew where all my pans were, but it is what it is. It wasn't that bad. I washed as I finished and everything cooled, so it wasn't that bad. Everyone is sleeping. Josh is up with me, and of course my dog, who is always glued to my side, my little Parker, he is near me. He's walking around now trying to see if he's probably gonna go to bed, but we're gonna go into the room and go to sleep. Pretty much all the hard stuff is done. So tomorrow I'm just gonna do the macaroni and cheese because I don't like the way macaroni and cheese tastes reheated. My husband doesn't care, but I do. So I'm gonna cook that tomorrow. I'm just gonna heat up the gravy, open up the jam. I have some frozen corn because I'm just going to heat them up. I like the way frozen corn tastes better than canned. So I have my alarm set for 7 a.m. It is 2 a.m. so I'm gonna get up in about 5 hours. Well, not about, I'm gonna get up in 5 hours. And then I'm gonna take the chickens out of the fridge, sit them out on the stove so that they can get to room temperature. And then once they're room temperature, I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven at like probably 400, 425 maybe. Keep the foil on top of them so that the chicken breast doesn't get dried out and so that the wings don't burn. I did tuck them behind its body, but you never know. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Yeah, hopefully it's gonna be easy. I guess good night. Good morning. My husband was nice to take the chicken out for me so that I can lay in bed for an extra hour. The oven is preheated to 420 and my chickens are in the oven. We're gonna cook these 20 minutes per pound. It's been about an hour. We just took these out of the oven. I took some of the juices and basted the chickens. Now I'm gonna stick them back in with the foil off. I got the gravy in the pan heating up. I added some ground black pepper. And then I have my water over here getting ready to boil so I could make the macaroni and cheese. After tasting it, I decided to add some Italian seasoning. Now it tastes really good. I took these out so I could baste them again. They are coming out beautifully. It smells so good. Okay, I put them back in the oven to cook a little longer. Okay, the macaroni and cheese is in the water. I have the I had Google set my alarm for 9 minutes. Now we're gonna just let this cook. My noodles are perfectly cooked. I add a tablespoon of butter in here. I'm gonna melt this down, add the cheese in here, and then I'm mix in the noodles. Macaroni and cheese is seasoned and ready to go. I put black pepper and Italian seasoning. Look how pretty. It smells so good. I basted it one last time. We're gonna stick it in the oven one last time. Okay, it's back in the oven. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I turn the chickens every time I put them in. So I just turned them again. Now the breast side is facing towards the back of the oven when earlier they were facing towards the front. So I'm gonna put them back in just for a little bit longer. I got the frozen corn in the pan with some hot water. I added some Italian seasoning and some butter. And for those wondering, yes, Italian seasoning is one of my favorite seasonings to use. So I use it pretty much in everything. I just wanted to show you guys how thick the cranberry sauce has turned out. This is why I don't add less liquid. I leave it the way it is. Right now I have our favorite dinner rolls in the oven. I don't think I mentioned this previously, but when I preheated or reheated my mashed potatoes, I added, if I have to guess, it's about 1/4 of a cup of milk. Honestly, I just did a splash. I didn't even measure, but if I had to guess, it's about 1/4 cup of milk. Remixed it in there, and then I stuck it in the microwave for 6 minutes, and they are hot. And the kids are excited. They said it smells really good. Check out that corn. So I just took out the ones that were done. These I just put in there frozen still. So I'm gonna stick these in the oven for about 7 minutes. And then before the timer goes off, I'm gonna take them out, put some butter on top, and then stick them back in. So I'll show you. So these are frozen. They're gonna go in the oven at 350. It's been 4 minutes. So now I'm just gonna take some butter, put them all on top like that. Just rub the butter on. Doesn't need to be perfect, just to give them some flavor. There it goes. Now back into the oven for 3 more minutes. Okay, the rolls are done. Just wanted to show you how soft and fluffy they are. I like these better than biscuits. They're great. I'm gonna steal this one because I deserve it. I forgot to show you guys our dessert. So I got a French silk pie from Sam's Club for $8.98, and then I got a 12-inch pumpkin pie. This is one of my kids and my husband's favorite. This is $6.98 at Sam's Club, and of course you have to have the whipped cream for the pumpkin pie. So we're keeping it easy for dessert. I don't have to bake anything. I just went to Sam's the day before Thanksgiving and I got these. We did it. We finished Thanksgiving dinner. I started the chicken at about 9 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock right now and everything is done. So I'm gonna show you how I displayed it. So what I did is I temporarily put away all my Christmas stuff that was up here, and I had just placed all of our stuff. With my lonely turkey, that's the only Thanksgiving decoration I have. I need to get some more. But that's how everything turned out. Everything is piping hot. And look at how creamy these sweet potatoes came out, even though they were cooked yesterday. Everything came out perfect. And this is just one of our chickens. We have another one. So when my kids kill this, I have another one. So that's it. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving with your family. I hope your Thanksgiving dinner is as easy as mine was. If not, don't stress. They're gonna eat it anyways. Have a great Thanksgiving. Bye. Oh, and don't zest yourself. Don't do it.
Thanks for watching.